Did he deserve to be fired?
Yeah, I think there was a new voice that needed to be heard, and I think J.J. Watt spoke that on Sunday, Skip. He said something has to change. He said, and I think that was when the ownership group said, you know what? That ain't just anybody. That's J.J. Watt speaking. And when J.J. said that, it seemed like it started with, but he set these chain of events in motion himself. When he became the general manager, Skip, he traded away Jadeveon Clowney, and you get a third-round pick for Jadeveon Clowney. He let personal feelings get involved. Dwayne Brown, you got a premier left tackle on your roster. You trade him to Seattle because he spoke out because he didn't like what Mr. McNair said about prisoners running the prison, and you trade him. So in the process, you're like, well, damn, we're out of left tackle now. Now you got to give up first rounders to go get Laramie Tunsil.
You gave away your draft future.
You gave away your draft future for him. Yep. And then you trade away D. Hopkins for a running back in the second round. Skip, ain't nobody trading away a running back for a top wide receiver. You gave up a top 3 wide receiver for what? Maybe a 10th or 11th best running back?
And he now leads the league in catches.
And so I'm trying to figure out, okay, you let Honey Badger walk in free agency.
You did.
So Bill O'Brien, the general manager, did Bill O'Brien, the head coach, a terrible disservice.
He did.
And so in the process, maybe I want to keep the head coach, but the head coach is the general manager, kind of like what happened with Mike Shanahan when he was in Denver, Skip. Mike was the head coach and the general manager. Mr. B really wanted to keep the head coach, but he knew there's no way he was going to be able to fire the general manager and keep the head coach. And I believe the ownership group, I think the son is taking over now for his father.
Cal.
Is taking over for his father. He says, well, I want to fire the general manager, but since the general manager is the head coach also, I'm going to have to fire both of you. He's done a terrible. It was time for a new voice. You got a premier quarterback, and for whatever reason, whatever he's saying is not resonating in that locker room. And so it's time to get a new voice. But he blew this. With all these bad moves, he let it get personal with he and D-Hop. He let it get personal with he and Dwayne Brown. He and Jadeveon Clowney. And they've ruined this. He's ruined this team. He did this on his own.
Agreed. My first reaction was yesterday, what took you so long? This has gone from bad to worse.
Yes.
Now they're 0-4. I am the biggest Deshaun Watson fan, and I believe he's been handicapped by Bill O'Brien, the play caller, and Bill O'Brien, the general manager. Because not only did he have total control of the football operation, then he became the GM. So how did he sort of charm or con his way into that? I don't know. But with the McNair family, he pulled that off.
I think, Skip, because the son maybe was back and he's like, well, you know, hey, he's been around Coach Belichick and he knows this. You know, just let him, you know, and we'll just try to figure this thing out as we go along. And he's like, man, we gave away Jadeveon Clowney for a third. We let Dwayne Brown walk, and then we have to give up first round. We had a left tackle. Skip, why would you trade your left tackle to end up having to acquire another one with first round picks?
Don't know. He got away with it. He stayed afloat because they won another bad division 4 times.
Right.
That's 4 division titles and 4 playoff games, and they won a couple of those at home.
Right.
It's really not. It's not enough because the division was so bad.
Right.
It was so winnable that it sugarcoated what was not a healthy situation.
Agreed.
Okay, so now we look back at Bill Belichick disciples, chips off the old block. There are none because it's like the Jimmy Johnson staff that I knew so well in Dallas. They're all great guys, and they all had their moments as head coaches, but they're not Jimmy.
No, because you don't have Troy. You don't have Emmett.
No,
you don't have Michael.
No, and you don't have that force field who is Jimmy Johnson. Dave Wannstedt's a really good football coach and a great defensive coordinator, but as a head coach, he had his moments, but he couldn't be Jimmy. Norv Turner had his moments, but he couldn't be Jimmy. You can go down the line.
Romeo Crennel and Charlie Wise.
Right, just go down the line.
Josh McDaniel.
Yeah, back in Dallas.
Oh, you're talking about Dallas.
Butch Davis.
Butch Davis.
Okay, yeah. They would have
Dave
their
Campo.
moments. Yes, there you go. There you go. So find me one Belichick disciple or chip off the block. Show me one who had great success, who became the next Belichick.
No.
It never happened.
Well, let me ask you a question, Skip. Do they go bring Tom Brady? Because that's what they needed to ask him.
Yeah.
I understand you spent all your time under Coach Belichick, but when you come to my team, are you bringing Tom? Because if you look at Mike Holmgren, until he got look at Andy. Andy had some little success, but it wasn't until he got Mahomes that because he had Brett Favre. You know, Brett Favre wins you a lot of games. Brett Favre got a lot of people ahead. Think about all the guys. Skip, Mariucci, Gruden. A lot of guys got jobs because of Brett Favre. It's kind of like the same situation in Baltimore. Ray Lewis got a lot of defensive coordinators and position coaches, head coaching jobs.
So I read early this morning, the latest report and speculation out of Houston is that the pro personnel director used to work for New England and is very close with Josh McDaniels, that he might be at the top of the list. What happened to Josh McDaniels as a head coach in Denver? Help me out.
He was terrible.
Okay.
Skip, it's hard to find, Skip. It's hard to find someone that at least someone says, you know what, he was okay. Skip, I defy you to go to Denver. I'm talking about from the video to the equipment to the training staff to find one person to say something nice about Josh McDaniels. One.
Okay. Good point. And I also defy you to go around the league and find one person who has something bad to say about Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, yeah, EB cool.
Who's obviously calling plays for Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. And
is integral in putting those game plans together with the great offensive mind that is Andy Reid.
Skip, some of these jobs going to come available.
Yeah.
Okay, the Houston job is available. Okay, Romeo Crennel is going to be an interim head coach. The Jets will come available. There are going to be some jobs come available. Now, if EB doesn't get one of these jobs, they're going to be a problem. Now, I understand all this lip service and end racism and we can do this and all that. All that's fine and good. These slogans and hashtags work wonderful. But where's the hiring practices? Where's the fruit? I need a tree to bear fruit. Because y'all keep telling me this. Y'all keep selling us this. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's ready. Okay.
He's been ready.
Yeah. Because I saw a guy that was that's a special teams coach. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be because John Harbaugh was a special teams coach.
I got it.
But hell, Joe Judge got a job at Eric Bieniemy calling plays in the Super Bowl. And he ain't got no job.
Nope.
He's still out. Well, he doesn't have a head job. So, and Skip, also, I think the writing was on the wall because they could look and see. The Tennessee Titans gotten better. Their quarterback play has gotten better. The Colts, their quarterback play is better now they got Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
So what was going to be a foregone conclusion because we had the best quarterback in this division, we're going to win this division, no longer. I still believe he's the best, but because of Tennessee getting better, because the Colts are getting better, what are we holding on to it for? You let DeAndre Hopkins go for a running back? Skip, and now you don't have a first-round, second-round pick in 2021. So
Well, are you saying if Eric Bieniemy got this job, it would be a dead-end street for him?
It's going to be a wild, Skip.
Yeah.
Are they going to give him? Because he's like, you know what? I need me one of these Matt Rule. I need one of these 6-7 year deals.
Yep.
I don't need no 3 or 4 year deal. I need 6 and 7.
I agree with that. I hear you.
Because I ain't got no first round. I got no first or second round pick in 2021.
You got one good thing going for you. You got that quarterback.
Yes.
I would love to see Eric with that quarterback, EB as you call him.
Yep.
Good things would start happening.
Well, he better get one of these jobs. Jets, somebody.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.